Hi, I'm Andrew Chaffin. I'm a journeyman electrician with the Gardner Zimke Company. Today I'm here to do a short demonstration on the assured grounding program. The first thing when doing an assured grounding inspection, the first thing you want to do is to open your kit and read the instructions. The first instruction is to get any site-specific related instructions. Different job sites may have different color codes. The second step is to go through your assured grounding kit and make sure all the contents are there. In your assured grounding kit, you should find a screwdriver with Phillips and flathead tips, so you can repair any kind of cord caps you may come across. Also, you should find a putty knife to remove the tape. You should find 4 different colors of tape that correspond to the different codes for the months. In your assured grounding kit, you'll also find a digital multimeter for doing the continuity test. You'll also find these do not operate tags. These tags should be placed on any equipment that's found to be faulty to be removed from the field. One thing to make note of is the company's color code for the assured grounding. The winter months will be white, the spring months will be green, the summer months will be red, and the fall months will be orange. Alright, now we're ready to begin inspecting our equipment. The first thing you want to do when you get ready to inspect your equipment is first to go throughout the job site and gather all your tools and bring them to one central location. I have done that already. Here are our tools for inspection. The tool I'm going to start with is this belt sander. One unique thing about this belt sander is it's a double insulated tool. The tools that are double insulated will have this square within a square sign. Also, you'll notice that the double insulated tools do not have a ground prong. When doing an inspection for these tools, you'll need to just do a visual inspection. When doing a visual inspection, you just want to inspect that the cord has no nicks, tears, cuts, or abrasions, or anything that would otherwise damage the conductors. When you inspect the cord, you want to make sure that the cord is held firmly by the tool. And to do this, you just want to put a little bit of pressure and just make sure that the cord's held in place. Another thing you want to do is visually inspect the tool and make sure that there's no noticeably broken parts. This one here looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and log it. When doing your tool inspections, every tool shall have a name on it. Here's the name for this tool. Then you'll find your tool on your sheet and log it down. The sheet's going to require you to put a date down, an action of what you did with the tool, and the reason why. The four main reasons for doing tool inspections are: A, before the first use; B, before the equipment is returned to the field; C, if the equipment was damaged in the field and repaired, it should be inspected before it returns; and D, at intervals not to exceed every 3 months. The second thing I'd like to show you how to inspect is an extension cord. When inspecting an extension cord, you start with the ground prong and you test it and make sure that it's held firmly in place by the cord connector. So the second step in inspecting a cord is to make sure that the cord is held firmly by the cord grip. This is also done by giving it a little shake. Next thing you want to do is inspect the jacket, again for any cuts, tears, abrasions, burns. And already I found a hole. I found a cut already. Just continue your inspection through the cord and make sure that you don't find any more cuts. And when you're doing this, you want to make sure to run your fingers over every part of the cord, because you just never know where those cuts might be. And there's another cut right there. Continuing down the rest of the length of the jacket, and I find another cut. Alright, so we already know that this cord's going to need to be removed and repaired. But just go ahead and continue to check out the rest of it and make sure that there's no more cuts. Another thing that you'll notice is that this cord has an identification on it. Like I said earlier, all these cords will have an identification on them. This cord here had holes in it, so I'm going to actually tag it out and remove it from service. When you're doing that, make sure to fill out one of these do not operate tags and attach it to the piece of equipment so it doesn't go back out and be used. And also you want to make sure that when you log it on the sheet that you put on there that it failed the inspection. Okay, so I'm going to fill out this sheet, and again, it's just wanting a date. It's wanting to know why this cord is removed for service, and then who did it. And once again, we'll find the tool on the sheet and log what we've done with it. And remember to say that it failed the inspection. Alright, so on a tool that you're going to use that has a ground prong and the cord passes inspection, you're going to want to do another step to it. You're going to want to do a continuity test. At this point, I like to remind everybody that you don't need to be an electrician to do this continuity test. It's a real simple test. When you get the meter or any meter, you want to look for this particular sign. I don't know if you can see it, but that should come up on just about every meter. Or if it does not have that sign, you want to put it on the lowest continuity. You want to put it on the lowest resistance setting. And one way to check to see if your meter is working, touch the leads together, and you should get an audible tone, like that. So now what I'll do is put one end on the ground prong, and put another end on a piece of metal that's attached to the tool, and we should get a tone just like we do. What that's telling me is that the ground is complete from one end to the other, and that our ground's good. We want to make sure that we inspect the cord jacket just like we did on the last tools, and this one's good. This one here will be ready to go back to service. Now, an important thing to remember when you inspect your tools is to put one stripe of tape, and by OSHA regulation, this tape can only be one width of the roll of tape wide, because tape on an electrical cord is actually an OSHA violation, and it'll be assumed that the cord's been repaired by just putting tape on it. So yeah, just remember to just go one width of tape wide, and then log it just like we did with the other tools. And that's an assured grounding test. Thanks for your time.